I got a minute here. I'm on the phone, so therefore it's not going to last very long. But I gotta mention one thing that anime's been doing for the past like not 10 years, but more like 5 years or something like that. Being an anime fan for 20 plus years. One thing I've noticed that was a new trend is the sudden, you know, dad went away for a weekend and came back married. It's like, what? Like, yeah, surprise, we got married. How about that? And the kid's like, wait, what? You were only gone like a week or so, and like something like that. And I've noticed this is a trend, and it just came to me just now what this is. This is there was an old show back in the '90s called on TGIF lineup called Step by Step, where two families, one upper class, one middle or lower class, depending on the damn weed whacker joke gets to you. Um, People, in lower class, it's like, why go to a hospital? She's not sick. She's only giving birth. Yeah, that was Dharma and Greg, by the way. So writers had very strict views on looking at lower class. But anyway, in this one, the lower class people or family is not being held together very well by a somewhat not exactly absentee parent, but someone who clearly needs help with this. Now, this is a standard staple that's been around for decades. The single parent, and then he says, "Oh, right, I went to Vegas and I married somebody. We're married, and now we have to live together." And they're like, "Wait, what? We have to go live with this other family?" It's like we haven't even met these people, and that's basically the start basis for the rest of the series, because it's basically a clash, but less of a clash of class throughout the rest of the series, where it's like, you idiot, stop being stupid, but it leads to supposed hilarious hijinks. But whatever. It shows two classes of people trying to, get along, much like Perfect Strangers, where we have Belky from a rural island somewhere in the Pacific I think it was Pacific, or maybe it was the Atlantic, I'm not sure, or at some island somewhere, and his cousin Larry Appleton from the big city, which would be New York, which surprisingly looks like Chicago. Anyway, uh, um, so basically what anime's been doing is this cliche of step by step from the 90s, where it's like, surprise, they've done that with Domesticated Girlfriend, which is highly, highly good, especially the opening. And now with my stepmother's daughter is my ex, and various other times where people like the sisters, the demon sisters, I forget how it's called, but it's the sisterhood something or other. It's where the guy gets two stepsisters who are the princess from the demon realm, and all that hijinks ensue. Yeah, yeah. I wonder why that's on their catalog. It's on the Funimation catalog. It's like, yeah, sure, that's totally not a hentai or anything. So we'll have that for the mainstream, but interspecies reviewer, and end of the world harem, you know, or that labyrinth in another world harem. Yeah, those are just totes, just a bridge too far. So anyway, so anime does tend to primarily stick the landing on that. And I thought it was rather interesting to compare the '90s concept with the modern anime, story climate. So that would be rather interesting of a comparison. To something to think about. And anything by TGIF was actually pretty darn good, and I miss that. I miss good stellar writing. Unless it's about the classes, because that's just way too on the nose. Uh, yeah, but they learn to get along in this show. They tolerate each other and learn from each other enough to say, all right, I'll deal with you for the next, I don't know, 5 years until they go off to college or whatever. So, or until the the TV block ends, which was mid '90s, by the way. Yeah. So what was I getting at again? Right. Staples. So, yeah, I'm very curious where this started. I don't know if this was a thing in Japan that people would do. I'm not sure, but wherever it came from, at least it made some interesting, developments in people's lives. Because apparently, there's only so much we're moving, or we have new neighbors, or it's something else more dramatic to mix up your slice of life, your everyday slice of life, to this. Suddenly, now you have this thing you have to deal with, anime. So it's an interesting um, concept to add to the pile, I think. And I'll leave it there because I don't want to, mess this up. But yeah, that's all my thoughts on it. Just want to make a quick video and say hi and some recommendations and some thing to think about. Until then, fair, fateful viewer, see you at the movies. Bye.